Hello everyone. In this video, let's learn about the role of Securities and Exchange Board of India in secondary market. Secondary market is also known as stock exchange. The stock exchange facilitates the actual trading in securities between the investors. Securities and Exchange Board of India acts as a regulator of this secondary market. The SEBI has introduced a wide range of reforms in the secondary market. These can be discussed under the headings, namely governing body of the stock exchange, infrastructure development of stock exchange, settlement and clearing, debt market segment, price stabilization, delisting, brokers and insider trading. Let's learn about all these things one by one. Governing body of the stock exchange. The board of directors of stock exchange has to be reconstituted so as to include non-members, public representatives, government representatives to the extent of 50% of the total number of members. Here, the Securities Exchange Board of India has provided a guidelines. As per these guidelines, the board of directors has to be reconstituted so as to include the government representative, public representative and non-members in order to bring transparency and impartiality in the activities of these stock exchanges. Capital adequacy norms should be complied with regard to members of various stock exchanges on the basis of their turnover of trade. Here capital adequacy means this capital to risk weighted asset ratio, or else we can say ratio of capital to its risk. Here all the members of the stock exchange, that is these brokers, agents, etc., they have to maintain a certain amount of their capital with the stock exchange, and this capital adequacy is ratio is fixed by the stock exchange itself on the basis of their turnover of the trade. Working hours of the stock exchange should be from 12 noon to 3 pm. This working hours is also fixed by the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is 12 noon to 3 pm. All recognized stock exchanges should report about their transactions within 24 hours. Since Securities and Exchange Board of India is a regulator of these stock exchanges have to report about their transaction within 24 hours to the SEBI. That is about governing body of the stock exchange. Infrastructure development of stock exchange. The National Stock Exchange NSE was set up with a sophisticated screen based trading. SEBI will grant recognition only to those new stock exchanges which have online screen based trading facility. Here in the past, the stock exchanges used to adopt this open outcry system, but now after the introduction of NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, every stock exchanges has to adopt online screen based trading system. Only those stock exchanges which have online screen based trading facility can perform their activities as per Securities and Exchange Board of India guidelines. Settlement and clearing. Securities and Exchange Board of India has withdrawn carry forward transaction and introduced certain modified regulations. All the stock exchanges should follow the practice of weekly settlement. Apart from this, SEBI has introduced all stock exchanges to set up clearing house, clearing corporations or settlement guarantee fund for ensuring prompt settlement of the transaction. Here there are two types of transaction, that is intraday transaction and carry forward transaction. Under intraday transaction, the trading or the positions are squared off on the same day itself, but under carry forward transaction, the positions are carried forward for a future day. But as per the SEBI guidelines, now this carry forward transactions are withdrawn, and even the SEBI requires the stock exchanges to set up clearing houses, clearing corporations, and settlement guarantee funds for the prompt settlement and clearing activity. Debt market segment. NSE has a wholesale debt market segment to enable the traders to trade in debt instruments. SEBI has allowed the listing of debt instruments of those companies which have not even listed their equity shares previously. Foreign institutional investors have been permitted to invest up to 100% of funds in debt instruments of Indian companies. It is not just equities, but the debt securities can also be listed with the stock exchanges. Even though the company has not listed their equities, they can list their debt securities with the stock exchange as per the guidelines of SEBI. Even the foreign institutional investors can invest 100% of their investment in debt securities itself. Price stabilization. SEBI keeps a constant watch over the unusual fluctuations in the prices. It has instructed the stock exchanges to monitor the prices of newly listed securities. When there is an abnormal price variation in newly listed security, SEBI would impose additional margin on purchase of such security. The prices of securities traded in the stock exchanges are subject to fluctuations. Whenever these abnormal fluctuations take place, it creates a threat to the investors. Therefore, Securities and Exchange Board of India is trying to bring price stabilization, that is by instructing the stock exchanges to monitor the prices of these new securities. Delisting. SEBI has streamlined norms for delisting of securities from the stock exchanges. In case of voluntary delisting from regional stock exchanges, the company would offer to buy the shares from shareholders of the region. Delisting means removing the security from the official register of the stock exchanges. If once the securities are removed from the register of stock exchanges, they cannot be traded in the stock exchanges. This delisting process is also undertaken as per the rules and regulations of Securities and Exchange Board of India. Brokers. SEBI has regulated the functioning of brokers through the following measures. Each broker and sub-broker should get their names registered with the stock exchanges. If an individual wants to act as a broker or sub-broker in the stock exchanges, they have to register themselves with these stock exchanges. Capital adequacy norms have been fixed for the brokers in order to ensure their professional competence, financial solvency, etc. Capital adequacy norms. As per this capital adequacy norm, every broker has to keep certain amount of their capital with the stock exchanges, that is to ensure their professional competence and financial solvency. A code of conduct has been laid down for their discharge of duties, resulting in the execution of orders, issue of contract note, breach of trust, being fair to clients, and rendering investment advice. Every activities of the broker has a certain code of conduct which has to be followed by these brokers in order to be in the stock exchanges. Audit of the brokers. Audit of the books of the brokers and filing of audit report with Securities and Exchange Board of India have been made compulsory. Here, Securities and Exchange Board of India is the regulator of stock exchanges. Therefore, they are making sure that the audit of books of accounts of the brokers are taking place on a compulsory basis. Brokers should preserve the books of accounts and other records for a minimum period of 5 years. Securities and Exchange Board of India has their right to inspect the books and records or documents of the brokers. Since Securities and Exchange Board of India is a regulator, they have the authority to inspect the books of accounts of these brokers and dealers. Therefore, these brokers and dealers, they have to maintain their books of accounts for a minimum period of 5 years. Brokers should disclose transaction price and brokerage separately in the contract notes issued to their clients to ensure transparency in the broker clients relationship. Here brokers are charging brokerage for providing services to their clients. This brokerage has to be shown separately in the contract notes so that they can maintain transparency and build a good broker client relationship. Brokers cannot underwrite more than 5% of public issue. Here underwriting means providing guarantee about the subscription of securities in the stock market to the companies. Here brokers can also act as underwriters, but they can underwrite only up to 5% of the public issue. That is all about brokers. Then next thing is insider trading. Securities and Exchange Board of India has also devised various regulatory measures to control the insider trading. To prevent insider trading, Securities and Exchange Board of India has introduced Securities and Exchange Board of India Insider Trading Regulation Act 1992. Insider trading means using the insider information, that is material information, for making profit. Here insiders may be the board of directors or members or workers of the organization. They are using the insider material information for making profit. This is considered as illegal activity. Therefore, SEBI has introduced Securities and Exchange Board of India Insider Trading Regulation Act 1992 to prevent this insider trading activities. These are some of the measures which are undertaken by Securities and Exchange Board of India to control the activities of secondary market. They are governing body of the stock exchange, infrastructure development of stock exchange, that is using online trading facility, settlement and clearing, that is with the help of settlement guarantee fund or clearing houses, clearing corporations, debt market segment. The debt securities can also be listed with the stock exchange, price stabilization by continuous monitoring of the prices of new securities, delisting, they can remove their security from the stock exchange. Brokers have to follow several rules and regulations. They have to register themselves with the stock exchange, they have to maintain capital adequacy, then they have to follow certain rules and regulations, they have to undergo compulsory audit, should maintain their books of accounts for minimum period of 5 years, for providing inspection facility to the stock exchange. They have to write the brokerage separately, they can underwrite up to 5%. Then insider trading Regulation Act 1992 has been introduced mainly to prevent the insider trading. That is all about role of SEBI in secondary market. Thank you.